Hi guys, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do a cook on the Weber Smokey Mountain. It's going to be a fairly simple one, nothing fancy today. So we're going to do a spatchcock chicken. I always find the cook better like that, and I'll show you how to do that. And I'm going to do some sausage, link sausage, and we have got here some Costco ribs. So these are bought from Costco. You can see they're £14.75. You get 4 in the pack. Now what we're going to use is the Weber Smokey Mountain. We're going to use the minion method for lighting the coals, which means effectively you put some unlit coals in here. We then light some coals in the chimney starter, pour those in the middle, and the heat comes from the centre and spreads outwards, so the coals burn for a very long time. Probably got too many coals there for the cook I'm going to do, which is going to be about 5 hours max, 4.5, 5 hours. But you can always leave the unused coals in there. Now, one problem I've found, because I haven't used my Weber over the winter, it has grown a bit of green mould in it. It's no problem really. All we need to do is we need to fire the Weber up, put it on and let the temperature get up to a nice hot temperature, burn all that rubbish off before we lower the temperature back down and then start cooking. Some good pieces of kit I'm going to use in this cook is I have one of these. This is excellent. This is the BBQ Guru Party Q, and effectively it connects to the Weber, as you'll see later, and it maintains the temperature so you don't have to constantly adjust the Weber and watch it. This is my wireless thermometer. Very good. It's the Maverick Ready Check BBQ Maverick Thermometer. It is effectively the de facto standard for people who like smoking. And my other piece of kit of choice is a thermopen. Now this is probably the best thermometer you can buy really for food. It's used by professional chefs, and it basically gets a reading almost immediately, and it's extremely accurate. So this is the blow lighter, my new piece of kit. It's a Chinese knockoff of an expensive version. And effectively it just sends ultra heated air out of the end, and we're going to put it on the coals and hopefully it will light them no problem. I have to say that's been the easiest light of a barbecue coals I've ever done. It's literally taken a few minutes to get it like this. This is the way to go. This has 2 settings. It has a heat setting and just a below one. So I've just got it in below now, I've not even got it in heat. And that's literally taken 5 minutes to get the coals like that. What we're going to do is effectively we're going to take out the backbone of the chicken, which is fairly easy to do with some sharp scissors, particularly with the smallest chicken like this. So what we want to do is literally cut down the backbone like this, and it can be quite tough to get through it. You can buy poultry shears, particularly for a larger chicken I'd recommend it, but for this is fine, as you can see. So it's cutting straight down that backbone there, just chopping it out. Going through the sort of leg joints is the most difficult bit. This is a toughie. There we go. I think I've got it now, just about. There we go. Just cut it all the way down. Like so. And jobs are good, as they say. So then what you can do is you can lay it forwards. If you're pressing it, feed out like that. See how that's nice and flat? That can go in the bin. Gorilla powder. That's bought online. That's what I'm going to be using for the ribs, but it's a bit much to have it on the chicken as well, so something with a bit of sage in it, and this I found quite nice. Now what we're going to use first of all is what's called a slather. So we're going to put the slather on, like so. In fact I should probably have done the other side first, but never mind. Just put it over the bird like so. Let's do this side. This side is probably more important to get the rub on than the other side really. Put it down so it sticks on. And there we have it. Now some real perfectionists brine their chicken, but I don't bother. I might do if I was ever cooking a turkey. Right, onto the ribs. These are the Costco ribs I was telling you about. Nice, reasonably ribs, not much meat on them, but they're fine for a quick cook. Now, you'll see on the back of the ribs, there's what's called the membrane. You go into many restaurants, particularly the chain restaurants, and they'll leave this membrane on and cook it with that on, and you'll notice it when you're cooking it. Now it's much better to get this off for two reasons. Firstly, it's not very pleasant when you're eating because it is there, it does crisp up, but it's on the back. Secondly, you stop the flavours going in from the rub from this side if the membrane's on there. Now the easiest way to remove a membrane is, I find, using just a normal table knife if necessary, and some kitchen roll. Kitchen roll helps you grab the membrane at the side. Sometimes you can just pick it off anyway like there, and if you're lucky you can get this off in one piece. It is worth doing, it's worth putting the effort in to do this. So it is initially seems very stuck on, but we'll get there. So using a piece of kitchen towel, see if you can get a grip on it, like so, and you'll see I easily got it there with that kitchen towel. There it is. Look, it's not coming off in one, this one, unfortunately. They rarely do. Right, so we've put the rub on the ribs. This is just the last one now. So same technique as with the chicken. Put the slather on. I'm going to put roughly a dessert spoon on of rub on each side, maybe a little bit more, particularly on the top. Rub it in like that. And these ribs will be gorgeous. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attach my Party Q to this. So this is a little grommet that fits on there. These are the different vents on the bottom, so I need to close the other ones off, and then my Party Q will blow air in here, reacting to a temperature sensor inside, which I'll put inside through this grommet here, and the Party Q blows air in and maintains the temperature at the desired temperature. Right, so it's all nicely burnt off inside now. Now, I've lined the water pan. You should always do this if you can. Line the water pan with foil. The reason being, it makes it much easier to clean up later because all the fat and everything drips into that. So I'm now just going to fill this with hot water. probably take a couple of seconds. And contrary to popular belief, the water doesn't mean that it steams the food. What it does is it acts as the heat sink and maintains the low temperature throughout the cook. Right guys, we're ready to load this up. You'll see I've got the BBQ Guru Party Q on there. That will, when I switch it on, maintain the temperature via the temperature probe. I've also got the Maverick Thermometer. That will, one of them will maintain or read the temperature, the pit temperature, and the other probe, that's 2 probes on the Maverick, the other probe will go in the chicken to ensure we get the chicken just the right temperature as we pull it off. So there's 2 layers in the Smoky Mountain, 2 grills. We're going to put the chicken always on the bottom because basically you don't want raw chicken juices dripping onto your ribs, cooking underneath. So here's the chicken and we're just going to pop it on. Like so. In the middle there. There. Low and slow. You can do chicken hot and fast, but as we're doing the ribs we're going to do the whole lot low and slow. Now we've put the probe in the chicken quite deep in the breast area. Right, because I'm using, I'm cooking 4 ribs. To get them on I'm using what's called a rib rack, you'll see, and then over here, you see I've got the thermometer in the chicken down there, and then up here I've got, this is my BBQ Party Guru monitor, and that's my, it's not touching the ribs, that's my Maverick monitor, so that will tell me the temperature of the pit very accurately. That will keep the pit at the temperature I set it at roughly, and that one will tell me the temperature of the chicken. Now what will happen now is the Party Q will stabilise the temperature. So what it's doing is I've got all the vents closed off, all of them, including on the top, and this is set to 225. So what it will do is it blows air in till it reaches 225, and then what it will do is it will puff then air in just to maintain that temperature, so it means you don't have to watch it. Very, very good piece of kit. So you can see now, it knows it's approaching the temperature. It's just puffing air in to reach 250. It's absolutely a brilliant piece of kit. It means you can basically just leave your barbecue to cook away. What we have here is some hickory and apple. So let's put a mixture in. So what I do is open this, I can come off. There's some chips in there. And that will give us a nice smell. Don't forget the wood. Now what I've done here, I've got my Maverick thermometer reading, the top is reading the pit temperature, the bottom is reading the chicken temperature. You'll see I've got the, you can set this yourself, so you can set the type of meat, you can set your temperature high and low, you can have it on an alarm. So I've got in an alarm, if it drops below 225 or goes above 270, it will let me know it's getting too hot. Temperature has risen a little bit again because I opened the door to put that wood in, but it's stabilised now, so we shouldn't hit 270, and then it will drop down. Right, we've about half an hour into the cook, The Weber's maintaining a nice temperature around 240 according to that Maverick reading. Chicken's already climbed to 109. It's doing nicely. I've opened the top vent because otherwise, if you don't, the top vent is really, once I got it up to temperature, is really an exhaust vent. It doesn't really impact on temperature regulation. It's good to keep that open, otherwise the food gives a creosote taste. So don't leave that closed the whole way through. So yeah, it's doing well. So as I say, that's saying 241. That's saying 250. Right, we're about an hour and a half, just over an hour and a half into the cook. I'm going to put some sausages on, link sausage, as I said. Maintaining temperature well. Let's take a look. Looking good. See, they're already starting to look as though they're pulling back a bit. The chicken's doing quite nicely down there. So we'll put these sausage on and let it continue to cook. Right, we're heading for about 3 hours in, so 2.5 hours in, 3 hours. So let's see how we're doing. I think the chicken's probably going quicker than I thought, so I might have to pull that off and put it in the cooler to keep it warm until the ribs are done. Let's have a look. I've put the sausage on in the meantime as well. Looking good. Looking nice. Right, the weather's turning here. These have now been on for about 4.5 hours, so we should be getting to a good stage now. Imagine the chicken's done just about now. Oh yeah, nice bark on there. It's back now. Chicken and sausages are ought to be nicely done down there. So what we're going to do is we're going to sauce these ribs. Over there.
Oh, you're nice.
Right, we've been on 5 hours now, so we're going to take these off. Looking good. Looking very good. Looking brilliant. And here they are, the finished article. Look at these babies. Look at that. Tear off the bone. Look at that. Nice, and just look at the smoke ring in that. Beautiful. Oh man, I wish we had smell-o-vision here for this. It smells incredible. Smoked sausage there. The rib. The chicken. Thanks for watching. I'm going to now tuck in.